Both be law. Join the conference, it's gonna be lit. Curipod fam, you don't wanna miss it. In this digital age, we've got them online. No need to travel, no waiting in line. From the comfort of home, our passion takes flight. Afraid we divide us, but our heart bars are right. Can't attend live, don't let it dismay. Plays on the way, just a click, no delay. Curicon, the future's awesome. We're riding teaching, they both belong. Join the conference, it's gonna be lit. Curipod fam, you don't wanna miss it. So spread the word, let the assignment unfold. Curicon's the place for teachers, it's all one. In the realm of height, together we'll find. Our Curicon, let make the future come alive.
Welcome to day 2 of Curicon's live stream extravaganza. We're super stoked to have you back with us today. Brace yourselves because we've got a lineup of fantastic presenters, and trust me, you're in for an epic ride. I'm Amanda Fox, your host and Curipod community manager, and I am here with the amazing Heather Brown, who is not only functioning as the co-host today, but also today's first presenter.
Yes, I am. I am a K-12 math interventionist and STEAM teacher from rural Illinois, and I go around the country and present about math and technology, and I'm actually currently writing a book about how to make math more exciting through using technology, because I don't want math to be that boring subject that everyone hates. And last year, I met Eric and Jens at IdeaCon while I was presenting, and ever since I met them, I have been hooked on Curipod since. And so I am very excited to be part of Curicon this year.
Yes, first annual Curicon. It's something we're hoping to do every year. We're going to start some Cure camps for you too. If you don't get enough of all the fabulous presenters this week, we're going to start some weekend camps for you with app smashing and more amazing presenters. Thank you for joining us from Colorado Springs, Chris. We've got Jessica Adams from Georgia. Nice to have you back, Jessica. Can't wait to meet you in Atlanta. We've got Stella again from Argentina. Thank you for coming back. And Abdelaziz from Morocco. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. Morocco, yes. So at Curicon, our mission is simple yet mighty. We're here to blend the magic of education with the wonders of technology. And today, get ready to soak up some serious knowledge and discover teaching tricks that are not only out of this world, but will help you change the game in your classrooms by leveraging artificial intelligence.
For sure. And don't forget about the Curicon Bingo Challenge. And it's not just a game, it's your chance to engage, learn, and win some really awesome prizes. I'm hoping maybe I can even win some. If you haven't already grabbed your template, now's the time. Visit the website and download your bingo card. Complete the tasks, showcase your skills, and get ready to win some amazing rewards. You can get the template by registering, and Amanda will drop it in the chat. Be sure to use...
Queuing that up right now.
Be sure to use the hashtag Curicon Prize when posting the bingo card on socials, so that way we make sure that you are qualified to win a Curipod swag bag.
And that swag bag's got some awesome stuff in it. I am posting it in the chat. It will go to the YouTube channel comments. The comments aren't going to LinkedIn. I see your LinkedIn comments. I see your you commenting on YouTube. My Facebook folks, I will try to show you some love during this presentation and during today, but I can't see your comments coming in. So just know that as presenters are presenting, I will be going and dropping comments there as well. So what can you expect from today? Well, we've got engaging discussions, interactive sessions, and mind-blowing presentations. Whether you're a teacher, a tech whiz, or just someone curious about the future of education, we've got exciting things for you. You can look forward to the following speakers today, which they were in the intro. We've got Heather queuing up first, we've got Dan Fitzpatrick, author of the AI Classroom. We're ending with Matt Miller. We've got Rochelle Dean Poth, Bonnie Nieves, Greg Bagby, just a fantastic lineup for a wonderful Taco Tuesday. So let's get taco abouting some AI.
That sounds perfect. And remember, this isn't just an event. It's a celebration of learning, fun, and endless possibilities. Buckle up, grab your orange snacks. Ooh, I should go get some Cheetos.
I got my orange snack.
Man, I might have to
and for my
grab one.
So I learned in Norway that kids in Norway, they have chocolate Saturdays. So they have to wait all the way. Yep, this would be their snack. Fruits. They're a little bit more healthier than we are. Lots of fish, lots of fresh fruits, and here I am with my Reese's and my goldfish and Pringles. So, Eileen says hi from Scotland.
Oh, I love Scotland.
I think that's Carrie. We put Curicon prize on the tweets we post, or just the bingo post. Everything else Curicon. Only when you finish your bingo post, drop it on social and just tag it Curicon prize. That's how we're going to filter and put you in the wheel of wonders, where on Friday we will spin it and we will be giving stuff away. Brenda's the winner from yesterday. I did get your email. Woo-hoo. I've been inundated with emails, so forgive me if I did not get back to you today yet. I will be getting to inbox 0 right after this show. But Heather, you are presenting on Curipod plus math equals engagement times fun. Who says math is boring? With Curipod at your fingertips, add fun interactive elements that are sure to heighten student engagement. No more boring presentations droning on like Charlie Brown's teacher. Very clever. Students will be collaborating and competing to show their true math superpowers. So are you ready to cue up your presentation?
Yes, I am. I'm excited to go, and I'm really excited for some participation so I can pick an excellent winner.
Yes. So engagement equals excitement equals swag. So those of you who engage, Heather will be picking a winner from this round for a swag bag for today's first session.
And I promise I won't make you do calculus or something crazy like that, okay?
Although you can add graphing paper in the draw feature and have students graph quadratic equations.
You were supposed to say that. Oops.
Carrie said bring it.
It'd take me a while to remember high school calculus. Sorry, I'm trying to focus on my screen and I can't talk and focus on the screen apparently.
All right.
Okay, are we ready?
Up, we are. Let me switch us to presentation mode, and I'm going to pop down below so you can bring it.
Okay, so I would like you to join me in my Curipod. You can see it right here, Cura.live with pin 123113. Man, I wish that was 123123. That would have been extra amazing. But oh well. 123113. There we go. We have a few. I see a few of you want that swag bag. And then while you're waiting, you can think about how Curipod can help in a math classroom. What do you think? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start because I only have a certain amount of time because I don't want to cut into Dan's presentation. Here we go. You can also scan that QR code. There we go. How can Curipod help in a math classroom? Let's see what you guys come up with. I'm really excited to see what you come up with because I came from a gen ed 3rd grade classroom, and so switching to math was a whole different process for me, and I really want to see what you guys come up with as well. And the wait time was really hard for me, so I might start talking to myself. While I am on the screen, I do want to point out something for you though. I do like in Curipod how they have the option of having pictures as the background. Really notice this picture. Not the sheep that's funny, it's what's behind the sheep that is kind of funny. I'm only going to give you about 8 more seconds just because I'm really worried about running out of time for you guys. I want to share many, many ideas here. Let's see what you guys came up with your word cloud. Engagement was, oh, look at that. Look how huge engagement is. Of course. Names, level the playing field. That's a really important one. More student participation. I will definitely get into that for sure. Showing understanding with drawings. Create math word problems. There are so many different ideas. You guys, awesome. Definitions. That's one thing I've discovered with several of my students is that they might know that 6 times 5 is 30, but they don't understand that the product of 6 times 5 is 30. So yes, 100% agree. And collaboration gives answers within. That is awesome. Great job. So the first thing that I really like is the feedback option that Curipod has. So like I pointed out in the first screen that it was kind of a funny picture, and it was actually the sheep's mistake. It wrote 2 + 2 = 5. Now I've had classes of, thank goodness, less than 30, but more than 25. And it's hard to get back to all those students in a timely manner, especially when you ask for more extended responses. So I love that they have the feedback feature. It's awesome. It's quick, and it can spot those inaccuracies immediately. And we also know that those students need that timely feedback in order to learn the best, because we don't want them practicing the same mistake over and over. We want to make sure they actually understand it. And the nice thing about Curipod is that the feedback is constructive based on your input. So it's whatever you say, it will base it off of those. And I also love the GIFs. And yes, I say GIFs because, you know, that's the way I am. And let's be real. How many of us have sat and waited and waited and waited for feedback from a test, and we were just praying that we didn't fail it? So that's why I thought it was pretty funny. Now, I would like to see you answer this one. You ready? Again, I probably won't give you the full minute and 30 seconds. The Halloween parade starts at 7 o'clock. I want to be there 10 minutes early to make sure I get a parking spot. It takes 20 minutes to get to the location of the parade. What time do I need to make sure to leave my house by? So as you're answering this, Curipod is going to give you feedback. As you do this, I just want to point out that I actually made this background using Canva, and I embedded it into Curipod. I'm obsessed with this little octopus, and I move him around this screen because he's too cute. We have 9. Let's see if we can get 10. Ooh, we're getting several more. I love it. I hope that you got some awesome feedback from Curipod. I had 15 total answers. Well done. And then we can see all of these different answers. 6:15 because of unexpected traffic. I like that. But remember, I live in rural Illinois. We're more likely to get stuck behind a combine this time of year than unexpected traffic. Again, with the traffic, it's funny for me because we don't have that problem, but we do get stuck behind combines and things on country roads. So here's another example. Not sure why it's coming up white right now, but there we go. Winifred is measuring out raven claws. Eric, that's for you. Do you get it? Do you get it? Winifred is measuring out raven claws to put in a potion. She needs 43, but only has 29. To find how many more she needs, she completes the following math equation. Is she correct? In your reasoning. Now, I love this one because it has the explain your reasoning. I found many students might be able to actually do the work, but then when it comes to finding their own mistakes or their friends' mistakes, they struggle with it. So I really like to use Curipod to help them be able to look for those errors, find those misconceptions and explain them. What did they do incorrectly? And it also helps them because then they're looking for these mistakes in their work and others' work, and they learn how to correct themselves or the other students in a way that is very respectful as well. Again, I'm not doing anything too mean for you. And I really hope someone else understands the Ravenclaw's joke in there. And of course, Winifred is from Hocus Pocus. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and push stop. Ready, let's see what we got. 18 answers. Woohoo! She subtracted upside down. No, she subtracted the top number to the bottom number. This person wrote the correct answer. I don't see the equation because math. It was written down here in the bottom right. I think she maybe subtracted backwards. She is incorrect. 3 is less than 9, so we cannot subtract. Awesome. Great answers. I was hoping someone said something about the Ravenclaws. Now, Amanda popped my bubble on this one a little bit. In the drawing feature, it's a really great way, like with elementary students, to label shapes and also graphs. So like the third grade standard focuses on quadrilaterals. So they can label shapes, things like squares, quadrilaterals, rhombus, trapezoid, whatever, but they can label them, which I really love. And they can also show their understanding of various concepts that might require a drawing. Because I don't know about you, but there's a lot of times I like to draw the pictures rather than, get on a computer and type it out. I have many students, especially who are first starting to understand multiplication, that like to draw out the groups or draw the arrays to figure out how to solve the answer. And the students can import pictures that show math in the real world. That's a big one for me. How many of you have looked like on the back of a carton of something, it says 1 serving, 30 calories, 2 servings, 70 calories. And you're like, that doesn't add up. Like things like that. And then it can lead to a discussion of, well, why is that? Well, they usually go to the nearest 5. So maybe it was actually 34 calories, and 34 plus 34 is 68. And that makes it closer to 70 or whatever reason. So in this one, we're going to draw 2 different ways to show 3 times 5. I know it's not quite loaded, but here we go. So 2 different ways to show 3 times 5. What I really like about these drawings too is when the students get to vote on them, because they want to make sure if whoever they vote for did it correctly, because they want to beat them. I love the competition aspect. Then they're so supportive of each other as well. I was actually just doing this with 3rd graders today. Let's see what we get. I have 16 drawings. And here we go. Now you get to vote. You are going to look for the most accurate and neat. So we don't want arrays that are uneven or groups that aren't done correctly, or someone who just did one way. This is also good with like Venn diagrams with comparing shapes as well. That's what we get. Here's our leader. Ooh, 3 times 5. Oh, I like the tally marks. You know what? I wouldn't have thought of that because that's not one of our standards to use tally marks. I like this. Great job, guys. I'm glad you know how to show 3 times 5. Next, you're going to draw a picture using only quadrilaterals and label each shape to create a unique masterpiece. Now, again, I'm not going to give you the full 5 minutes. I would in class, but I'll give you at least a minute to work on it. Now, if you don't remember all your quadrilaterals, you have a square, which hopefully you know what a square is. You have a rectangle. And then you have a rhombus, which has 4 sets of equal length sides. You have a parallelogram that has 2 sets of equal length sides. You have a trapezoid that has 1 set of parallel sides. And the parallelogram and rhombus also have 2 sets of parallel sides. And I have kids that go all out for this. They're making castles. They have dirt bikes, all sorts of crazy things. Let's see what we have. And we're not actually going to do 2 minutes and 30 seconds for voting either. One of the things our middle school students figured out you can do was bring in the pictures from outside. And so they're Googling images and bringing them in, or using pictures that they've taken using their computers, which is pretty neat too. See what we have here. Oh my goodness, I love this. It's like a robot. Let's see if I can zoom in for you a little bit. Oh, instead of it zooming in, it's zooming out. That's weird. There we go. A little bigger for you. You even have a horse. I love it. Now, I love brain breaks. I love to laugh. I'm a complete goofball. So, one thing I'll do is have kids look up math jokes, and then they can make a meme or share their math joke using the drawing feature. So if you want to cheat and look up a meme or a joke right now, you go for it. There's nothing wrong with it, especially if you're not used to looking up math jokes. Generally, my classroom is full of laughter. They're laughing at me and with me. When it gets to 4:10, I'm going to push the stop button. We have 13 drawings. Let's do a little voting. See who gets to be shared. Another thing I like to do with this one is have students create their own problems. And then from those problems, we can solve it as a class. So they get to pick the ones that they think would be the most interesting to solve. Or we try to think of some that can stump me. And that's always a fun one. I love the stump the teacher ones. Let's see what we get. Who can make me laugh the most? Okay, let me see if I can get in. That moment you understand something in math class. I'm the smartest man ever. Yep, for sure. Oh, yeah, I don't want to hear about that. That makes me feel old. Okay. So another thing I do are would you rather questions, because they allow you to really get to know your students. And it's almost like you can throw math in like confetti and they don't even realize it's math. And then it's also a great way to work on comparisons. So like, would you rather live 0.5 meters from the beach or 500 kilometers from the mountains. And then you'd have to convert them and figure out which one you would rather actually do. And like this time of year, I would throw in a lot of Halloween things like eating, let's say, 1 gram of witch's fingernails or 0.001 kilograms of vampire teeth or something like that. So would you rather drink 5.5 liters of Monster Snot or 5 milliliters of witch wort stew? That's just an example. I'm going to go through some of these because I want to make sure to get to everything I have in here. Here's a really good one as well that shows comparing percentages with a fraction. So would you rather get a 90% on your math test or a 15 out of 20? And then they'll have to convert the 15 out of 20 and figure out it's 75%. And I really hope that students are hoping for that 90%. Another thing that they have are the AI mini projects. And a lot of times I'm just struggling to think of a fun project for students to do. And so I love that Curipod has this AI feature that allows you to really focus on your standard, but a project, not a worksheet, something fun and different. And the projects a lot of times include fun little clues. So that way all students can kind of work toward it. And they often allow for collaboration. And sometimes students can choose their specific way of showing their learning. So they're not stuck with one thing. So here's an example. Betty and Bob are baking a cake. There's a lot of B's there. Lots of alliteration. Betty needs to add 1/3 cup of sugar to the recipe, but she only has 1/4 and 1/2 measuring cups. So how can Betty measure out 1/3 cup of sugar? Again, it has those hints to help you. In pairs, you can select one task. You don't have to do both. You get to select it. You can draw a visual illustration or explain to a partner. Many different opportunities there. A store is planning to build a rectangular display. The store is only allowed to use a maximum of 500 cubic feet of space. What are the length, width, and height of the display? Again, we have our clues here and some choices. And I'm doing really well here. Here we go. Now, I told you I really like to laugh, so I have to send you off with a little giggle. Math puns are the first sign of madness. Thanks for indulging in a little math madness with me. Until next time, stay acute. See, math can be fun, especially when you throw in those vocab words, right? So let's bring you back. Amanda, where'd you go? She'll be back here soon. Oh, thank you for saying great session, Facebook user. It's so nice. That's awesome. Betty Crocker should know her own recipes better. You're right, Eileen. You know what? My great-grandma's name is Eileen, and you're the only person I've ever seen spelled the same way as her. That is awesome. But yes, so as a math teacher, I often get told that math is boring. I will tell you, in my class, it is not boring. I have the problem where kids will bomb tests so they can come back to me. So that's an issue I'm dealing with right now, but definitely not engagement. They absolutely love it. Love, love, love the engagement in my room. And really, Curipod helps. And I have a couple minutes still. So actually, I'm going to kind of give you, I'm going to steal someone's idea that one of our teachers use at my school. So I'm at a K-8 district. And I'm really good friends with our middle school math teacher. I'm sorry that this is blinding off my glasses there. Our middle school English teacher likes using these for first chapter Fridays. And what she does is she reads the first chapter of a book, and the students, while she's reading, get to use the drawing feature and show what they are picturing. And it is amazing. I absolutely love to see the pictures. She often takes Snapchats of them and sends them to me and is like, oh my God, these kids are hysterical. And I love it. Ken, I'm glad that you agree that math is the best, and they rarely agree. But seriously, how can you like cook without math? Like, and going back to her chocolates, oh my gosh, I love teaching fractions with chocolate bars. And then they get really excited about it. And then you talk about comparing fractions, and I get really mean with this one. I buy those giant cookies, and they have to say if they want 1/16 of a slice or 1/8 of a slice. And you better believe most say 1/16. They learn really quickly about that one, don't they? Stay acute. Yep. Oh, I'm glad you guys had so many fun ideas. That is wonderful. I'm not sure. Oh, thank you, T. Brown. I don't know your first name, but that makes me so excited that these strategies, show that people can have an interest in math. I love that. That is wonderful. And let's see here. We are going to, you know what? Because Eileen had my great grandma's last name, we're going to go with Eileen for our winner. So make sure to send Amanda a message and we will be set to go. And I am off to our next session with Dan. Thank you very much. Have a good night. Hope to keep seeing you soon.